everybody, if you're new to my channel, I am Lori and you're watching Lori Book Trials, and I will be back in a minute. I am going to be doing a mid-month wrap-up, so stay tuned to see what I've read so far. I'll be back, and what I'm going to be trying to read this weekend as well. Hi everybody. I know I look totally different. I know you guys will see it in my reading vlog too, of course, but you'll see it probably this video first, probably, even though, yeah, probably you'll probably be seeing this one first. But I'm gonna do my mid-month wrap-up because I've already read 8 books this month, so I don't want to be like reading. If I wind up reading like another 6 to 8 books at least, I don't want to be talking about 16 books in one video. So we're going to do this. So I'm going to talk about the 8 that I read. All of them were for Believe-a-thon that I finished so far. And if I can find, if it don't take too long, I'll start telling you what prompts they fulfill for the Believe-a-thon. And then I will talk about the 2 books that I want to read this week. One I started and one I haven't yet. But let's get started. We'll go by the order that I read, the book that I read first and all that stuff. So the first book was, out of the 8 books that I read, 5 were 5 stars and 3, 5 were 5 stars and 3 were 4 stars. So this definitely was a 5-star, Green Grass House. Yeah. And this one, it's usually like this boy, his parents like run a hotel, I think, whatever you want to say, for smugglers. And usually this time of the season, during that week or 2, whatever it was, usually no one is there. It's usually their vacation time. And all of a sudden, all these people start showing up and they're searching for something. It was really, really good. Definitely 5 stars. This was for the first prompt, which was, in order to get the key, to gain the key and be able to go into the what is it called? The thing, whatever you want to call it, the how, to go get the clues, you know what I mean, in the Believe-a-thon. So that's what that one was for. A lot of these first ones are 5 stars. So the next one was The Girl and the... If I can talk. Oh, I forgot to tell you who this was by. This was by Kate Melford. This one, The Girl and the Ghost, is by Hannah L. Caff, something like that. And this one, her grandma gives her this cat, and this cat, if somebody like is mean to her or anything like that, he'll want revenge and try to get revenge on the person that, that is doing something that he thinks is hurting the girl. And it's both of their story. And it was really good. It was kind of creepy. It wasn't like super, super creepy, but it was creepy. And that was a 5 star. I don't know what that one was for. I'll find it. That one was for... The Spilled Ink. So in order to collect the spilled ink and get your next clue, you have to read a book with ghost that features a ghost. So that was The Girl and the Ghost. Let me find, before I start talking about the next one, let me find it on here, what it was for. That one I haven't done yet. No, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. Nope. Nope. Here. Okay, the next book is for The Shadow. In order to get The Shadow, you must read a book that was first published in 2020. And for that one, I read, and it was another 5-star. This one is my favorite. No, this is probably one of my favorite that I read so far this month, but it isn't quite there. But this one, this girl, her dad has a business where he does the tourist thing, you know, where he's talks about ghost stories, like tourists come on and he talks about ghost stories, and she gets a ghost attached to her, and she's got to find out why this ghost is attached to her. What's this ghost's story? It was really good. Really, really good. That was another 5-star. Okay, let me see what the next one, find that one. Okay, the next one is for The Crown. It says, in order to collect it, you must read a book that is set in an alternate world to your own. And for that one, I read the second book in the Keeper of Lost Cities, which is Exile by Shannon Messenger. Oh, I forgot to tell you who this one was by. I'm so bad. This one's by Lindsay Curry. This one was another 5-star. She finds out that she's, an elf? I forget all the time. I think it's an elf. I could be wrong. But she finds out that she's a, mystical being, And, it's just her story, like, why was she brought up with the humans? What, and things like that. And then, I forget the name of the people that are going after her. But there's like a group that wants her for their own, I guess. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not exactly sure. I'm still not that far in. This is only the second book, and I started the third one, but I haven't finished it. Now we're going to get to a 4-star read. And that was for The Torn Page, which is read a book with supernatural elements. And that 4-star book was Maya and the Rising Dark by Renee. I don't know if it's Renee or Renee Barron. And this one, she finds out she's a godlike. And I don't know really how to explain this one. Oh, and there's like this shadowy guy that's plaguing her dreams. And she's got to, see, I've been reading too many middle grades, so I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, her dad is the keeper, like, or whatever you want to call it, the thing that's supposed to, like, keep the creatures, or the, whatever you want to say, on their side of the world. And he goes missing, and Maya's trying to find him. Yeah. So that's what that one's about. This was like really more like a 4.5, but it was more of a 4 than a 5. I really liked it, but in some time, of course it's going to be this way because it's middle grade, but at times it was just like almost like too young, like felt too young for me. Like a lot of these books, the characters didn't read young, like super, super young. And this one, Maya just seemed like super young to me. And there was more slower parts in this one than these other books. Like these other books I would just love, and I kept wanting to read it, and, and if I put it down, with this one, if I put it down, then I wasn't like, okay, I'm ready to read it again, But it was still really good, and I definitely want to continue on. The next one is the one that was my favorite so far. Let me find the prompt for it. Excuse me. It was for The Backpack, which is, you must read a book by a new-to-you author. And this author is definitely new to me. We're almost done with these, you guys. I only got this one and 2 more. But this one is Hide and Seeker. This one I saw on Gavin's channel when he was doing he was reading spooky books outside in his tent. And yeah, and this was the first book he read for that. And the way he told about the story, it just sounds so fascinating to me. And it was definitely that. It just kept me like really, really excited to read this book. And it was giving me some creepiness. Like, I thought I was going to be having dreams. I didn't, but it came close to like really like that feel. So this was definitely a 5, almost a 6. Like, I'm still torn. I'm still thinking about putting this as a 6-star read because it was so good. I mean, this would be a book that I would like to read every Halloween. It is so good. And this is about this boy. He goes missing, and he was gone for a year. He comes back, and he's all wrong. And they don't know what's going on with him, and they're starting to play this game. And they wound up going into this world that the boy was sent to. And they have to wind up playing the game hide and seek. It was very creepy and fun, and yeah, it just gave me some really like shiveries down my back. Like this gave me more creeps than I forget the name of the book, but it's by I think Riley Sager. The Shadow, I think it was, by Riley Sager. But this one was more creepy than that. And his other book, which I can't think of what it's called. But it was a lot more creepier than that to me. Maybe not to other people it wouldn't be, but to me it was. It was so good. Like, I definitely recommend this book. It is just such a fun read. Definitely my favorite so far of this month. And probably my favorite middle grade book. Maybe. That's a standalone. I don't think there's any more in that one. Let me see what the next one is so I can find the prompt for it. Okay. I'm trying to remember what I gave that one. I think I gave both of those, let's see, 4 stars? I'm trying to remember if I know I gave this one. Yeah, I did. Okay. I was just trying to make sure. Okay, let's see. Let me find. Okay. Yeah, The Hand Mirror, which is read a book with a beautiful cover in order to get the hand mirror. And for that one, I did Arura Shaw and The End of Time by Rashi Shasni. I know I'm totally butchering this. And this is another book. Oh, wait a minute. I think this was the one where she's a godling. Is it this one where she's a godling and not the other one? I can't remember. No, I think it is the other one. This is the one where she tells stories and she's always like fibbing. And these kids come from school and they're like, we know you're lying about these things and we're going to tell people at school. And she rubs this lamp and she unleashes this bad person or bad god, whatever you want to say, spirit god. I don't know exactly what it is. And yeah, crazy stuff assures how we say it. This was another one that was a 4-star. And this one was actually like a 4-star. The other one was more like a 4.5. But this one was definitely just a 4. It was good though, don't get me wrong. But I don't know what it was, but it just felt like something was missing. I don't know what was missing, but something was just missing. And the last one, let me see, that I read so far, once I find it. Yeah, was For the Flash of Lightning. In order to collect it, you must read a book that incorporates fork tales. Now, this one was about I forget what the Welling ghost, or I forget what she's called. But it's the La Llorona, something like that, who is the Welling ghost. It's like the legend of that, and when you go by the water in the fairy tale, not the fairy tale, but in the folklore, you can get taken by her, and she wants to take these people to bring back, like, her children. I think that's how it goes in the tale. I remember watching an episode. I keep saying that whenever I talk about this book, but I remember watching an episode of Grimm, and they talked about the Llorona, however you say the name. But this one was really good. I do not know how to say this author's name, but it's called, of course, I didn't even tell you the name. It's Paulo I forget how you say her name. Santiago and the River of Tears by Talor K. Maha? Something like that? I know I totally butchered it. But this one was really good. I was torn between a 4 and a 5. It's like a 4.5 really, but I was like, do I like? Is it more of a 5 or a 4? And of course I went with a 4. But I love this story, like a lot. It was good. It's just, there was something that was telling me it was not a 5-star. And a lot of times I just go with my gut in books. Unless something really, 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 really makes me mad. But this one was so good. So that's 8. I still have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5 more books because there's 13 prompts. I have to still read. I don't have all the books by me because they're all over the place. But I know I have to read. I still got to finish Hollowpox for one of them. 2 of them are on my TBR for Tometopple as well, so that's why I don't have it. But it's the last one in the Heroes of Olympus and the Red Pyramid by, why did my mind go blank? Rick Riordan. And then I got to still read, I don't have it near me, but Tristram Strong Punches the Hole in the Universe or something like that. I can't remember. And The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. These are the books that I still need, the 5 books that I still need to read for Believe-A-thon. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the 2 books that I'm going to try to start reading today. I already started one. I'll talk about the one that I haven't started yet. Well, I started this a long time ago. I just never finished it. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, and that is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I'm not really exactly sure too much about this. I know he's telling his story, I think. I'm not really sure too much, and I want to kind of go in blindly. This is one of the ones I talked about in my end of the year book tag about, I think, books that, I forget what it was, but I know I talked about this in there. I think. Sorry, the dog is getting loud because everybody's coming in here. But yeah, so this one I want to definitely start. I'm probably going to make this last most of the read-a-thon. So I'm going to see how many pages I need to read. Like at least make it last for a week. So I'm going to see how many pages I would have to read each day for that week. So not sure what that will be yet. And the book I already started and I'm really liking is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. I don't know too much about this. I just know something's going to happen on, what's the name of that? During a solar eclipse, something is supposed to happen. And there's this girl, she's like has this passenger on her that's on the boat, ship, whatever it is that she's on, and it has a big part to do with him. And then there's this other character, I don't remember her name, but she's the sun priest. So this solar eclipse, that's a rare celestial, how do you say that, event, the sun priest says is the unbalancing of the world. So, and we don't know if this guy, I don't know how to say his name, Serapio, we don't know if he's good or bad. I'm thinking he's bad, but I don't know 100%. But it's really interesting. So far, I'm on page 93, chapter 9. And I've been going back and forth. I listen to a few chapters on audio, and then I read a few chapters, and then another few chapters on audio. So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I'm hoping to finish this by Monday, if not sooner. So those are the 8 books that I read so far this month. I will do all the pages, you know, when I do my final wrap up. But yeah, that is it. Let me know how you guys are doing on your reading so far this month. I hope you guys are all having a great Saturday. I don't know when this will be up. It might not be up until Sunday or Monday, but I might put it up today. We'll see. But most likely it'll be Sunday, if I remember. But otherwise, I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you, so please think about subscribing and hit that bell icon so you'll know whenever a video like this is up for your viewing pleasure. Until next time, Lori out.
Woo!